Is your teen using mushrooms?
Studies have shown that teens use mushrooms to relieve depression, find a place to fit in, and to cope with stress.
If you know someone who has used mushrooms, they're at risk for elevated blood pressure, nausea, confusion, flashbacks, delusions, and psychosis.
Most teens believe that mushrooms can be used safely as a party drug. This is a myth due to the distorted state you will feel you're in while under the influence.
Although you can't die from ingesting the psilocybin inside mushrooms, you do have a risk of buying other toxic mushrooms that you can die from.
Many people are unaware of the consequences mushrooms pose. People's lack of knowledge of this drug lead to the false beliefs of this drug's trip lasting forever. This is an untrue myth that proves how dangerous smoking this drug really is.
Instead of consuming psilocybin mushrooms, explore activities that interest you, such as going to the movies, learning to cook, or getting involved in a club or a sport.
Judgment and coordination is altered under the influence of mushrooms. It is highly dangerous and illegal to drive after consuming them.
Psilocybin shouldn't be mixed with other drugs or alcohol due to the possibility of a drug-to-drug interaction, which can lead to injury or death.
The consequences for being found possessing illegal mushrooms include facing serious fines and jail time.
Possession for 0 to 200 grams is a Class 4 felony and can lead to 1 to 3 years in prison.
Possession for 200 plus grams is a Class 1 felony and 4 to 15 years in prison.
If you are offered mushrooms, you can use these techniques to turn them down.
Offer to stay sober and be the designated driver.
Say you can't use drugs due to the sports you're involved in.
Say that your parents are strict and will check up on you when you get home.
To avoid harming yourself or others, stay safe and don't smoke mushrooms.